Family line of Adam. Here is the written story of Adam's family line. When God created human beings, He made them to be like Him. He created them as male and female, and He blessed them. He called them human beings when they were created. When Adam was 130 years old, he had a son who was like him. He named him Seth. Adam lived 800 years after Seth was born. He also had other sons and daughters. Adam lived a total of 930 years, and then he died. Seth lived 105 years. Then he became the father of Enosh. Seth lived 807 years after Enosh was born. He also had other sons and daughters. Seth lived a total of 912 years, and then he died. Enosh lived 90 years. Then he became the father of Canaan. Enosh lived 815 years after Canaan was born. He also had other sons and daughters. Enosh lived a total of 905 years, and then he died. Canaan lived 70 years. Then he became the father of Mahalalel. Canaan lived 850 years after Mahalalel was born. He also had other sons and daughters. Canaan lived a total of 910 years, and then he died. Mahalalel lived 65 years. Then he became the father of Jared. Mahalalel lived 830 years after Jared was born. He also had other sons and daughters. Mahalalel lived a total of 895 years, and then he died. Jared lived 160 years. Then he became the father of Enoch. Jared lived 800 years after Enoch was born. He also had other sons and daughters. Jared lived a total of 962 years, and then he died. Enoch lived 65 years, then he became the father of Methuselah. Enoch walked faithfully with God 300 years after Methuselah was born. He also had other sons and daughters. Enoch lived a total of 365 years. Enoch walked faithfully with God, and then he couldn't be found because God took him from this life. Methuselah lived 187 years. Then he became the father of Lamech. Methuselah lived 782 years after Lamech was born. He also had other sons and daughters. Methuselah lived a total of 969 years, and then he died. Lamech lived 182 years. Then he had a son and named him Noah. Lamech said, "He will comfort us when we are working. He'll comfort us when our hands work so hard they hurt. We have to work hard because the Lord put a curse on the ground." Lamech lived 595 years after Noah was born. He also had other sons and daughters. Lamech lived a total of 777 years, and then he died. After Noah was 500 years old, he became the father of Shem, Ham, and Japheth.